It's done with very simple stitches. Let's see if we can get it up here. It's done with just a double crochet and a single crochet in the back. So let's get started. I've already made it quite a bit of the way, so I'm starting with my single crochet in the back stitch. I'm using Rustic Romantic Wine from Yarn Bee, which is from Hobby Lobby, and the color is, I don't know if it's olive or Clive. It looks like it's supposed to be olive, so just has little white flecks in it. It's really gorgeous. So I lit a little candle. I knew you were coming. I want to give you the 5-star treatment here. So just in the back loop, because I kind of want to turn the piece and have the piece kind of have some natural movement. So just something I tried and put together, and I was like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I had to frog this piece about 5 times because I tried half double crochet. I tried a little bit of everything and nothing was quite sticking. Made a mistake there. Sometimes you make mistakes and you have to go back. Gotta be honest with yourself. So this is going to produce, because these stitches are very light and not very warm, this is going to produce a light scarf. So this is going to be great for when it's starting to get cold, maybe in the fall, and you need a scarf, but you don't quite need a scarf. This will be perfect for that. I'm using a Clover J hook, Jessica, as we know and love her by. So you might hear a lot of sound. We're close to not a major highway, but a minor highway, and we do get some people who like to show their horsepower right next to our apartment, and that's always fun. Or you might hear my dog squeaking or some other thing happening. Let's see, I think I'm going to try some different crafts with you guys, because not only do I crochet and I knit, but I also draw and I watercolor and try to paint. Not very good at it. I'm trying to garden. I'm not very good at it. And I do a lot of other stuff. So I think it'd be fun to get like the full span of what I do within this YouTube channel, which was the original purpose. Because like anyone can watch someone else knit or crochet, but I thought it'd be cool if we all worked on projects together, and that would be great. So I think after this, I just saw this video that really inspired me, and I've never particularly been inspired by mandalas. I am very inspired by Rangoli. I hope I said that right. I saw my friend do it once, and it's incredible. It's basically you're building what I understand to be a mandala, but you're doing it out of sand on the floor, and it is just miraculous. Like, if you've ever dealt with different colored sands and trying to get them where you want them, that's crazy. So I have a friend who does that, and I'm always amazed at her work. So in her honor, I would like to make a mandala, but just on paper. Maybe I can send it to her, because I have some things to send to my godson, who is her son. Okay, make sure you get this last loop Otherwise, you're just going to decrease until you ain't got nothing left. Okay, so now I have that double crocheted in the back line. Now we're gonna so whenever you go to a single crochet line, you always want to start with a single slip stitch. Not slip stitch, I'm sorry, a single chain. When you go to a double crochet line, you want to go 2 chains. So I'm going to do 2 chains, not the musician, but literally 2 chains of crochet. And then I'm going to go back into that same hole. I did a yarn over, I go back into that straight hole, same hole, and then I pull out so that I have 3 on my hook. I yarn over, so I have 4. I pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2. So I pick up one, go in, boo boo boo, boo 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 boo. And if you're trying to get an actual instruction from this, I'm sorry that it's not the most instructional piece. I'm trying to get up on my tripod, but it's a little difficult, so I hope I'm doing okay by you guys. If you have any tips, I'm open to them. Here's a suggestion for tips. And I say this only because I received some scathing criticism just yesterday or 2 days ago. So I had a picture that I had painted and then marked with pen, so I just kind of gave some details in pen. And I had seen an inspiration photo, and this person was like, because I was like, hey, any tips? Like, should I add a hi Riker, a something kind of to the background, or should I whatever? And so first of all, I did a hand-drawn oval, which is, natural shapes are gonna be hard to draw by hand. I did my best. It was a little lopsided. It's cool. It had some character. So I wasn't worried about that. First suggestion, trace something that looks like an oval. And I was like, well, yeah, I would if I had something oval, but be sure I don't. And also, I drew lines around the oval-ish shape that I made. So, you know, I can't really go back and fix that. And it was a bunch of non-constructive feedback. And that's the thing. The feedback has to be constructive, something I can change. The person accused me of not having inspiration, which is a really hard thing to hear as an artist. And you're just like doing something that makes you happy, and then they're like, well, I like to have an inspiration pic to look at. Well, I did. I was inspired by it, but I looked away because I didn't want to copy it. You know? I don't mean to rant, but please, if you have any, let me tilt this up a little bit. I think it'll be better. My room is very dirty because this is my craft room. You might have seen it in the last couple videos that's much better, isn't it? I don't smoke, by the way. This lighter, I just used it to light the candle. Okay, I think that's perfect. Then you can see it a little bit more. So when someone asks for feedback, they're genuinely looking for help and ways to make things better, and like 1, max 2 suggestions on how to make it better is a lot more helpful than ripping it apart. She basically was like, start over. And that was pretty upsetting to me. But you know what? I figured maybe she didn't understand what I was asking for, or maybe she is an artist herself. So it sounded like she was. So maybe she's very critical of her own art. I don't know. So I didn't say anything back because if you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say it. I'm a Southern lady and I abide by those rules. Nope, don't get it through there. For some of you who do know, my wife, Melanie, is sick right now. And so she's kind of under the weather and it's really getting her down. So any positive wishes to Melanie will be greatly appreciated. We do consider those really valuable, and I try to give as much as I can, but right now we're kind of in a position where, like, you can't give someone help, and it'd be great if you could, but I know this end is a little wonky, but that's okay. It's special. Let me drink some coffee. I'm going to move my yarn because I spill coffee on my yarn all the time. Okay. Whew. But yeah, it's hard to give help to someone. So any thoughts or prayers would be greatly appreciated. That's sometimes all it takes. It's not a lot to want someone to be better and feel better. For those of you who don't know, Melanie is chronically ill. She has lots of problems. They think she has fibro, chronic migraines. So she has migraines 28 days out of the month on average. And like, they're debilitating for her. Luckily, she's found a couple things that kind of work, but nothing that really makes them go away. She always has a migraine, which I can't even imagine. I've had one migraine in my life, and it put me on my knees. It was awful. I love that, I know I go a little bit slower, but I love watching the process. Sometimes I can, usually if it's a stitch that I know really well, there we go, then I can just like speed through it, no problem. But I just love watching the stitches go into the other stitches, sliding off the hook. I mean, it's a really entrancing and calming process, even if I'm not finishing things as fast as I can. For me, it's a very calming process. I mean, just look. Nope, don't look at that. Nope, don't look at that. Stop looking. Isn't that just nice? And then you get this nice big fleck. Oh, I love it. So those of you who do craft, 1, what do you craft? And 2, how long have you been doing it? And you can have multiple crafts like I do, or you can have, I'm still wearing my Christmas sweater as you can see. But what do you make? And feel free to drop your Etsy at the store below, in the comments below, so that other people can find your work and get really excited about different crafts out there. I'm all about supporting other crafters. And I think we can all raise each other up without bringing each other down. So let's do that. And this one. Boop-a-doo. I have my tension all weird. Nope, you better get that. Let me just, come on. Of course, when I'm like, look really intently, it's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do exactly what you want me not to do. Okay, we're almost at the end of our row. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more, and then this final stitch we want to make sure we get it, so we're gonna go around, feed it into there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 on the hook, and then yarn over, pull through 2 on the hook, and see. So that's what I'm working on a scarf, a nice light scarf, and it'll be warmer, you know, as you build up layers around your neck, it'll be warmer and warmer and warmer. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and watch out soon for another video, something very different. Okay, bye. Love seeing you guys.